What up, guys? I got some new information on the way, some channels and some cool stuff I want to talk about. Let's roll this intro. What's cracking, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Honda Recap. What up to everybody in Premiere right now? How's it going? How you doing? Thanks for joining me for another week. Let me know in the comments right now how your week has been going on. If this is the first time you're watching, essentially what I try to do here is go over all the things that have been going on in the Honda universe here on YouTube and go over them into one cohesive episode here on YouTube so you can stay in the know of what's going on right here on YouTube with all your favorite creators. If you've got work, school, friends, family, whatever you have going on that keeps you from sitting here just binging all your time here on YouTube watching your favorite creators. I know we all don't have the time. I barely do. So that's why I really like doing this every Monday night at 8 o'clock. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up and that bell so you're notified every Monday night when this thing airs. We've been doing this quite some time right now. I haven't missed a night yet. So that's awesome. So make sure to hit that bell because we'll be here every Monday night at 8 o'clock. On a side note, you guys in Premiere right now, while this thing is going, tell me in the chat right now your plans for your build right now. Not in like the solid future, but what do you have coming in right now? New parts, ideas, colors for paint. Let's have the conversation going on the side while the recap gets going. Anyways, guys, with that said, I want to kick this off with some stuff that, just kind of update everything. The Honda YouTube Challenge date has actually been moved. I heard it's actually going to be raining right there in Mississippi where it's actually going to happen. Not to fret, they're pushing the date back to June 2nd. Same location, all the same people, all the same things. New flyer right over here. You guys can check that out. The only thing that's different is the date. I believe it's June 2nd as it is right now. So that gives a lot of you more time to put effort into your cars, take it to the track, break them again. I know probably Shane and a couple other people are probably going to break their motors and end up with a new build for that event because that's just what they do. But Honda YouTube Challenge is getting pushed back. So like I said, it gives the rest of you a little bit of extra time to make sure things get done, dialed in. And for those of you that actually can't make it, you might be able to make it now, whether it was to spectate or actually make it to the show. You get another about a month, 2 or 3 to actually make it there. Next up, I wanted to talk about this new company. I actually found them on Instagram. We got Vane Engine Stands. This isn't at all a paid promotion whatsoever. I just really, really love the product that they just created and I wanted to kind of bring it to the light. They've got a really awesome new concept on engine stands. Everybody's familiar with them. Everybody has one or have used one, or you just go to Harbor Freight and you just pick up a 3-wheel or 4-wheel one and it's your typical engine stand that's over like, chest high and things like that. But another thing is you can't actually put a transmission on it at the same time. But Vane Engine Stands, brand new right now, easily portable, roll it under something. You can work on it sitting down in one of those little creeper chairs. Well, not the creeper ones that you actually lay down in, but the ones, just the regular shop chairs that you actually have. You can sit down, work everything you want out on the motor, and you can actually attach a transmission so the entire swap can be movable, rolled around. You don't need this big bulky thing anymore. So shout out to Vane Engine Stands. I really love your new product, man. I really hope it works successful. I've seen you got a few orders. If you haven't checked into them, definitely check them out. They're on Instagram. They have one for every single engine you could possibly want, D, H, K, F, everything you could want. They got a stand for you. Definitely check them out. Next up, we got a video that got sent to me of some cool new projects and info that they have out there at Whitfield Fabrication, so check it out.
What's up, everybody tuning in to tonight's episode of Honda Vlogs. My name is Jason Whitfield, owner of Whitfield Company and Fabrication in Upland, California. You know us for all of our fabrication and crazy turbo kits, production roll cages, and pretty much anything fabrication based for the Honda world, and now getting into the domestic world and as well as off-road. We want to show you something new we're going to be getting into, this new project. It's called the Cart. We're using a wagon-based platform, obviously sticking with the Honda. We're going to be doing this with Koenig for a couple projects and shows in the upcoming year. It's going to be a crazy wide stance, super crazy NA build, kind of a rat rod style crossover to the Honda world. Check us out on WhitfieldMFG.com. You can check us out on Whitfield MFG on Instagram, Whitfield Company on Facebook. You can direct message us anytime. You can call us at 909-608-7123 and talk to anyone in-house. We can help you with all your fabrication needs in SoCal.
They've got some really cool projects out, as you guys just saw. Just really cool guys. Danny Alanese is out there with them working on his car. That's why I rock this hat. Shout out to Danny, shout out to Whitfield. Thank you guys for always supporting everything. Definitely check them out on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, everywhere they are. Definitely follow along their new project. It's gonna be awesome. All right, next guys, I wanted to kick this off with some channel that I haven't talked about in the past, and that is Jackie Ding.
Please focus. Hi. Hello everyone, Jackie Ding here. We're back, finally. S2000 is back. Being worked on, really close. Today is Thursday the 7th. Next week, Thursday the 14th, we're supposed to be on the way to SuperLap, and currently the car doesn't look like it's really close. Not yet. Anyway, the plan is to get this ready as soon as possible. Let me just show you a couple of things that Brian have been doing while we're gone.
If you guys haven't been following along Grid Life or him on Instagram, he's a really crazy fast driver. He got picked up by Hoonigans not that long ago. I think when they had the Fiat 124. I don't know if he's actually running with them anymore. Actually, I don't think he is at the moment, but he's had his S2000. He takes it all around the country. He had some hiccups. He was going to supercharge his car. Supercharger didn't really work out. Made it all the way to get tuned. Everything kind of like fell apart, oil leaks, everything. He went completely back to NA, drove all the way to Texas, and actually made it there to race. This guy doesn't quit. He's actually incredibly fast, so props to you, man. Really excited that you didn't give up, you don't quit. You're like a full-time student and trying to be a full-time race car driver and not even trying. You're doing an awesome job. Keep it up, man. You got some new sponsors. I see that. The S2000 looks great. Purpose built, you're gonna go far. All right, guys, now I wanna get into channels of what's been actually going on this week, and starting this off with StickyDilJoe. I know you guys have been following along all the stuff from the Tokyo Auto Salon. Very recently, he actually went to Hawaii for Week Fest. You saw all the coverage there. He was back for maybe a couple days and then flew all the way back to Japan to show you what's going on in Osaka. It's essentially kind of like the Tokyo Auto Salon, but how things run in Osaka, which is really, really awesome because there's actually a big like expose for the No Good Racing team. And as you guys know, StickyDilJoe kind of brought that to light and shown what that's about. So it's really cool to see Joey fly all the way back to Japan to kind of show that a whole indoor car show that's a lot like the Tokyo Auto Salon in that professional kind of SEMA setting, but all the Conjo style Civics. But it's not just about that. The innovation that goes into all of these cars, and at the same kind of show quality vehicles that get put together for these purpose-built, actually raced cars is insane. So thanks to you, man. Thank you for always going out there, making your videos. I'm really excited that you're doing a little bit more vloggy style, putting you in the video, talking a little bit more. It's really awesome to see you talking into the camera more so than reading the blogs over all these years. Next up, we got Garage Built Honda doing more on his friend Chris's CRX. Actually, it's been really fun watching the build for the CRX. I think initially it was supposed to be kind of a track budget build to get someone on the track and having fun, but this has quickly escalated into an awesome build. We got some great parts going on, spherical bushings everywhere. I think I heard wind of a B16 going in at some point, changing the master cylinder, the booster, all the bushings. The CRX is actually turning out to be a really stout little track machine. I'm really happy for that. You got John on your side, man. This thing is gonna go far. Following that, we got BeyTek with the K20a2 swapped FD. In this latest video, he's actually showing you how he's doing the valve clearancing for the engine now that it's out. The FD's on the side, kind of just getting polished up at the moment, but he's got to take some time to actually work on the engine because while it's outside, that's the best time to get everything kind of set up, dialed in how you want it before it actually gets into the motor. I'm glad that you haven't stopped making videos. You keep pushing forward on this thing. We're only a matter of time before you get this motor in the FD and turn it on. Next up, we got YoungStatic, who I bet is out there really feeling good that the Honda YouTube challenge got pushed back a bit because just like typical Dana status, he's been working on his all-wheel drive CRX, trying to get it turboed, but at the same time, helping friends get all their cars back on the road or back to the track or whatever they need, and then staying up super late at night, making sure his car is set up. In the latest episode, he actually went out of his way to make a DIY log manifold because you know what? He even said it himself, if you have a welder, why have one if you're not gonna use it? So learning something every day, really new for this guy, watching him build the entire manifold from scratch, lining everything up, cutting it up for the wastegate, cutting it up for the flange, everything himself in the garage. Turned out great, man. I'm super excited for you. Everything's gonna get dialed in and I'm really curious to see how much power the CRX is going to make. Following that, we got Chris Sadowski, another guy messing with welds. If you guys haven't been following along, you absolutely should. His dream come true is on its way. He's doing a right-hand drive conversion on his DA. In the past couple videos, you've seen him take his car completely apart, spot welds and everything, cutting out the whole firewall. Things are going really, really fast. He's picking up the right-hand drive clip probably in the next week or so, and then when it finally gets to his house, driving all the way to, I think, SoCal to pick it up and then back to Arizona, he's gonna have to tear apart the whole clip and put that right into his DA in his front yard. So that's really awesome, the progress that you've made in like the past week, man. The videos that have been coming out are a little bit apart, but I know everything kind of happened in a few days. So man, props to you, man. I know you're super excited and stressed out, but it's gonna be worth it. You're taking the time right now. Speaking of taking his time, kind of, we got LaTommyLA out there putting the B16 in his EK hat. He's trying to get it barred, and he's absolutely going to do it. So I really hope he kind of makes a video of how I barred my B16 in my EK, because that's going to be a really awesome video. If you're here in California, you know about the weird laws, not just the exhaust law, but just the fact that like you can't really swap motors all you want all of the time completely legal. You totally can, but you got to follow the rules, and that's kind of what Tommy and his friends are trying to do right now, because they just want to cruise around, you know, they want to rip around the streets, and worst case, something happens, you know, hey, like pop your hood, completely legal. There's my bar sticker. He did that time. The B16 is just, it's a hell of a motor. Everybody knows that. So I don't fault you for getting rid of your old motor for just a B16. The most fun I ever had in my Del Sol was with the original B16. I kind of wish I never swapped that out, but for the most part, I'm proud of you, man. This thing is going to be awesome. Following that, we got BoostedBoiz. Kyle has Wago all put together with a crazy meticulous header on it. Turbo, obviously, making 471 horsepower. I think you said it's the most Wago has ever made, and they did it like literally the night they were taking off to Cleetus and Cars in Texas. That's another car that's a long time coming. Stock K20a2 with a turbo, 471 horsepower, and now his all-wheel drive wagon. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see how fast this thing actually goes out there with Cleetus and Cars. I'm definitely waiting for the videos. Following that, we got MotionAutoTv. Trevor has finally painted the Civic that he's had, that he pulled off the rack not that long ago. Phoenix yellow. It looks spectacular, dude. Props to you. All the primering and prepping and everything that you did is obviously paying off right now. I'm actually really happy you're working on a Civic, because you have a Supra, you have a couple other cars, but you know what? Everybody ever has always started with Hondas and then always wants to go back, but maybe never does and ends up with some other car. But it's really cool that you're showing, you know, that you really do love Hondas. And it used to be your first car, or used to be cars that you used to mess with in the past. So I'm really happy you're kind of going back. You wanted to do it right, and man, the content is awesome. I'm really happy about that. I'm also really happy that there's some of these big channels are actually wanting to build Hondas the way they should be and just having fun with them as well and creating quality stuff. So props to you, man. If you haven't been following the Civic build on MotionAutoTv, you absolutely should. Following that, we got Pablo, SPTuning, the Florida boys out there turboing a CRV in like 2 hours with crazy PVC, making actual boost, which is insane. It's a CRV that they like chopped up. At this point, looks like a Jeep Willys, because they cut off all of the panels. But like there was Yost, Pablo, Shane, Ron from Autosauce was out there, a few other people, and by their powers combined, they had this car turboed, all dialed in. I think they're going to get a couple other goodies, but they were ripping up and down the streets. Really fun. Just a cool video, guys. It's like if you guys had kind of some free time, everybody off work, you're like, let's do something fun, and that's exactly what they did. Really cool to see you guys do that. All right, next up, we got Chris from Lazy Man Garage. If you guys haven't been watching, you've known that he's been making his CRX in his garage, helping friends, doing everything he can do to make sure that their cars stay on the road. But on the side, apparently he's been saving for quite some time to get some really awesome goodies for the CRX, just including a bunch of Skunk 2 parts, Spoon parts, K-Tune, and a bunch of other things as well. He kind of did a really great unboxing on his channel. It was really cool to see. You just put part after part after part, brand new suspension. You have some quality things sitting in front of you, Chris. I don't know how long it would take for me to save up for all of that stuff, man. So I'm really happy that you just did a crazy unboxing, like I said, on your channel for the CRX. You've been putting in tons of work. I'm glad that it was just sitting there like ominously behind you, just like getting ready for all of the stuff that you have in front of you, man. Props to you. I'm really happy that, you know what, Lazy Man Garage isn't exactly so lazy. You're always there helping your friends and stuff like that, but at the same time, you've just been accumulating things for your dream CRX. Props to you, man. I can't wait till this thing gets on the road. All right, next up we got Justin, 79th Productions. Just a big shout out to you for hitting 100,000 subscribers, man. The $300 budget Civic has gone so far, man, just from the teardown to the paint, the engine, getting it dyno tuned. You've been through a lot, and in the latest video, he actually just kind of wanted to say thank you for the 100,000 subscribers, and he's got 2 other cars on the side that he's been working on. He's gonna do a big Boost Vitara build, and then he's got another EK coupe on the side. He's got plans for that too, so big moves for Justin out there. Really proud of you too, man. You just keep grinding, keep making videos, man. You're doing a great job. All right, next up, I want to talk about Miton Films, End of an Era, Project Integra. Sounds like he's kind of like, you know, kind of realizing he doesn't really want to work on the Integra anymore. He's got other dreams, and you know what, man? I feel like you're not going to feel great once that car is gone, but you got to do what you got to do, man. I'll support it either way. I really love to hear that you want to get an actual right-hand drive ITR. He said he's going to Japan. He kind of wants to bring him back with him. If you actually pull that up, man, props to you, and that's going to be a great investment, like you said. I think you've put a lot of effort right there into your Integra. Maybe you can just keep it a little while longer, but I understand if you're trying to use that to make money for actually bringing a car overseas, so that makes sense. But, I mean, a lot of us have had cars for a really long time, and man, if I lost my Del Sol just selling it, I don't know, man, like the 6 to 8 to 10 years that I've had that car just doesn't equate to like the money I could get back to it. I think a lot of people feel that way too. Everybody has their own reasons for wanting to get rid of a car. I just feel sad if you got rid of that car. I don't know if you will too, man, but I hope you do to get a right-hand drive ITR. I know that's been a dream for a while. I've been following for a while, so I hope that happens, man. If it does, congrats. It's going to be a great investment. Following that, we got Ekreme Supreme, another guy out here from the Bay Area with a K20a2 EK hatch. Since this guy started, he's had a bunch of EK4 goodies. He's finally been putting everything together. He bought an RSX just for an engine because it was the cheapest way to get it. The last couple videos, he's pulled that motor, plopped it right into the EK with Hasport mounts, a bunch of hybrid goodies, and getting the car ready to turn on very quickly. He's been working on it maybe 1 day a week. Props to you. I know you got like school and life and all that stuff going on, but he's been grinding. I'm really happy that the videos have consistently been coming out. All right, last but not least, we got Megaspool with some of the craziest stuff I've seen fabrication-wise for the Honda. You were actually making an all-wheel drive Civic. You've had this going on for a while. You're still going on. One of the latest videos, you got like a lathe to do some crazy stuff, but he dropped another video on the rear tubular trailing arms that he made for his Civic. He's always had this idea in his head. He was just gonna chop and lengthen or shorten the rear trailing arms to make it all-wheel drive, but as a fabricator, with the time that you do have, you used the jig that you made to make sure everything was good and created some beautiful tubular rear trailing arms. I've never seen anything like that, and to see that it just came from your head and then out of your hands and welded this whole thing together, it's awesome, dude. I don't know how you pulled this off. You guys that can fabricate and just make something out of nothing, I applaud you. Like, it's insane to see how much cool stuff is coming out from you guys here on YouTube. All right, guys, with that said, that's it for this episode of the Honda Recap. Thank you all for tuning in yet again for another episode. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up, and that bell so you're notified every Monday night at 8 o'clock when this thing airs. All right, guys, everybody in Premiere, thanks for joining me for another week. Make sure to head over to HondaVlogs.com/shop. Pick yourself up a shirt, a hoodie, a sticker, everything you guys need right now. Thank you all for everyone who supported the channel already. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.